So hello and welcome to another HTML5 animated banner tutorial. And before we will start, I will show you what we are going to be doing today. I already created a similar tutorial, and but in this one I would like to create this balloon explosion. So I'm going to provide you this in the description, this link to the freepik, and I'm also going to provide you my Illustrator file in case that this won't be free in the future. So I will go with pre-download and I'm going to hit save. I already did it, so I am not going to do it. I will go to the place where I have saved this, and this is going to give me a zip file, and I'm going to right click and choose extract here, and I'm going to double click on this IE file, and it is going to open me this in Illustrator with some kind of warning about missing fonts, but I'm just going to hit close because we are not going to be using fonts. I'm going to hit Ctrl N or File New, and I will go with 800 by 800. This size is not supported by Google Ads, so if you want this to work in Google Ads, go maybe with 300 by 600 or 300 by 250, but I want to go with something bigger. So I'm going to hit create. I will go to the initial folder, initial file, and I'm going to click, and everything is going to be grouped together. If I try to move it, I'm going to move everything. So I will go back, I will right click, and I'm going to choose ungroup. And right now the balloons are going to be separated, so I'm going to be able to drag them to the new file like so. And right now I'm going to right click one more time, and I'm going to choose ungroup. And right now we are going to have this side and this side separated, and I'm going to delete this one. And right now one more time I will right click and I will choose ungroup or Ctrl Shift G, and right now I'm going to have them one by one, and I will delete this one because I already have the purple one. I will go back to this file, and I'm going to click on this like so, and I'm going to drag it in here, and I'm going to maybe scale this a little bit like so. And I will go ahead and get also the second one, so I'm going to get it like so, and maybe position it in here like this. And I can go ahead and, if I want, rotate it a little bit, something like this. And I will go back in here, and I will get these particles, so I will click on one of them, and I'm going to drag this in here like so. If I go to the layer 1 and if I try to open it, we are going to have everything in here. The first 5 things are going to be these balloons, and then we are going to have this one, and then the particles. So right now I want to put everything to the separated layer, so I will click on the layer 1, I will click on these 3 lines, and I'm going to choose release to layers sequence, and this is still going to be in layer 1, but right now I will be able to select them like so with shift and drag them outside of the layer 1, and right now they are going to be separated like so, and I can go ahead and delete the layer 1 because it is empty. And I am going to save this. I am going to provide you this file in the description. This looks horrible right now, but we are going to adjust it in Adobe Animate, and I will see you in Adobe Animate in few seconds. So right now I am in the Adobe Animate, and I will go with 800 by 800. I want to have frame rate as it is, and I want to have HTML5 canvas, so I will just hit create. And right now what I will do is I will go to the place where I have saved my Illustrator file. It is in here. This is what I am going to provide you, and I am going to put it in here like so. And this is going to give me some kind of options, but I want everything to have as it is, so I'm just going to click import. And now what I am going to do is I can go ahead and rename some of the layers. So these first 5 layers are balloons. So basically I'm going to just double click on these layers, and I'm going to call this to be B1. This one is going to be B2 as balloon 2. This one is going to be balloon 3. This one is going to be balloon 4. And this one is going to be balloon 5. And this one, I am not going to name this, and I am going to name the particles. So I'm going to call this to be particles like so. And now I will have to convert this to the symbol. For now I'm going to hide these particles, and I am going to position my balloons maybe like so. And one by one I will click on them, and I will go to the modify, convert to symbol or F8, and I am just going to call this to be symbol 1. So the next one with shortcut F8, this is going to be symbol 2, symbol 3, symbol 4, and symbol 5, and we have to convert this to the symbol to be able to animate it. Now what I want to do is show the particles, and I will click on one of them. I will try to click, and I'm going to click F8, and this is going to be symbol 6, like so. Now I'm going to extend the timeline for everything, so I will go maybe to frame 200, and I will click in here with shift in here, and I'm going to click F5, and right now I have extended my timeline for all of them, and I can go ahead and zoom out a little bit, and I'm going to position my balloons outside of the stage. So one more time I'm going to hide the particles, and I'm going to position it like so. If you don't see it outside of the stage, there is this icon, clip content outside of the stage, and you won't be able to see anything outside of the stage if this is clicked. So I'm going to position them like so, and then I am going to animate them. So I will go maybe to frame, I don't know, 60, and for the first 5 layers I am going to click F6, or I am going to right click and choose insert keyframe, and on these new keyframes I am going to, with the shift and arrow, position it like so. And now I will zoom in a little bit, and one by one I am going to position this one. Okay, I will have to unselect it, and I am going to position this one in here. This one I am going to position here. This one I can position maybe here. This one, I will close this, I will position maybe here, and this one I am going to position here. And right now I am going to select it like this, and I will right click, and I am going to choose create classic twin. So right now we are going to have basically this simple animation that they are going up like so. Now what I am going to do is I will go to these particles, and I am going to show them, and I will go ahead and click on them, and I will hit Q. This is this free transform tool, and I'm going to scale them like so. I am holding shift, you can hold also alt, but I'm going to only hold shift. And I'm going to position it maybe in here, like so. And I will zoom in a little bit like this. And what I'm going to do with these particles is I'm going to put the keyframe maybe in here. Maybe like so, where this balloon is going to hit this, and I will go maybe to frame 70 something. I will click, or maybe here, I will click F6, and I am going to scale this like so. I'm holding only shift, so I will scale this like this, and I'm going to create classic twin. So we are basically going to have something like this. And maybe in here, I will create a new keyframe, F6, and I will click on the last keyframe, and I will click on the particles, and I'm going to choose that alpha is going to be 0. So basically they are going like so, and then they will disappear like this. And right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to offset these balloons. So I'm going to select it like so, and position it like this. Then I'm going to select 3 of them and position them like so. Then I'm going to select 2 of them and position them like so. So basically I don't want all of them to come at the same time. So I am going to do the same thing with this last one, and we are going to have something like this. And right now I will have to position this accordingly to that. So I'm going to do it like so and position it in here. And it is going to come in here. It is this one, so I will have to position this even more like so. So we are going to have something like this. Maybe I will position it even more like this, and we are going to have something like this. I will hit Ctrl Enter, and I will see how this is going to look in the browser. So we are going to have them like so, and I'm going to be focused on the purple, and we will have something like this. Now what I want to do is I want this purple to disappear as soon as I'm going to hit this. So I will go in here and click on this frame after the keyframe, and I will go to the end of the timeline with shift selected like so, and I'm going to right click and choose remove frames, or shift F5. And basically right now this means that the balloon is going to disappear like so. And I will hit Ctrl Enter one more time to see whether I like this or I don't like this. So something like this, and I think that it's fine. And right now I will have to cut the timeline for all of them. So I am going to get rid of these like so, Shift F5, and I will do the same thing for this one. So select it like so and like so, Shift F5. If you are going to do this wrongly, you will have to go with Ctrl Z back. It can happen. So Shift F5 like so. And let me see whether I have all of them, and I think that except of this one I have all of them, so I'm going to do it like so, Shift F5. And now what I want to do is I want to duplicate these particles, so I'm going to hit duplicate layers. And now what I need to do is I need to position it correctly. So right now, for example, I'm going to do this for this I don't know. Let me see which balloon is going to be first. It is this yellow. Let me hide it. Yes. So I'm going to position this animation in here like so. So this is the yellow is going to hit, and then it is going to explode, but it is right now exploding on the wrong position. So we are going to use this edit multiple frames, and basically I'm going to click this. This is going to give me a range, and I'm going to create a range which cover these keyframes. The range can be bigger or smaller, but it cannot be like so. I need to have all these keyframes in this range, and I'm going to click on this particle copy. Let me zoom in a little bit, and I'm going to position this to this yellow balloon. So I'm going to put it like so. And right now I'm going to unclick this edit multiple keyframes. And now what happened is that we have moved all of this animation in there. So I'm going to go in here, and then it is going to be like so. Now I'm going to duplicate the particles one more time. So I'm going to hit duplicate layers. And let me for a while hide this one. Let me go back. And what I want to do is I'm going to position this in here like so. So basically it is going to, this one orange is going to hit, and then it is going to explode. But one more time, and I will have to go ahead and move this with this edit multiple keyframes. So I will click this edit multiple keyframes, and I'm going to click on these particles. And right now I'm going to with shift and arrows position it in here like so. And I'm going to unclick this. So right now we are going to have something like the yellow is going to, okay, yellow is going to explode, but I hide it. So the yellow is going to explode. This one is going to explode. And right now we are going to do the same thing for the blue one. So I will have to duplicate the layer, and I am going to position this where I want. So the blue one is going to hit it in here like so. And right now I am going to one more time with edit multiple keyframes, then click on this one, and I will hide the other particles because I don't want to have them like so. I will click on this one, and I am going to position this to the blue one like so. I hope that this is not confusing for you. If you are going to have a hard time, try to do it a few more times. So this is going to explode like so. And yeah, the last one is this red. So I'm going to duplicate the particles one more time, duplicate layers, and I'm going to position it where I want to position it. So I'm going to put it in here like so. Let me go one more frame like this. And now I'm going to go with, I will hide also this one. I will go with edit multiple keyframes, and I'm going to click on these particles, and I'm going to position them with my shift and arrow in here like so. And I'm going to unclick this edit multiple keyframes, and basically right now I can show all of the particles. So we are going to have this one explode, this one explode, the blue one, the purple one, and then the red one. And I'm going to click Ctrl Enter, and I will see what we are going to have. So we are going to have something like this, like this, like this, like this, and like this. And right now, if I want, I can go ahead and duplicate all of this. So this is going to be like looping. So I'm going to get everything like so with the shift, and I can right click and I can choose duplicate layers, and I can click on this keyframe. Then I can move like so to this keyframe, and I am going to be able to move it a little bit like so. And right now, if I'm going to hit Control Enter, we are going to have them like so, and then we are going to have other that are going to come like so. Okay, it's fine, but then there is one issue, and it's like right now, when we have duplicated it, this won't end. For example, this is the yellow balloon, but it has like extended timeline. So I'm going to get rid of it. So Shift F5, I will have to do the same thing for this one. So like this, Shift F5, the same thing for this one. So like this, Shift F5, and the same thing in here, and the same thing I will have to do in here like so. And one more time, Shift F5. And right now, if I'm going to hit Control Enter, they should all disappear when they are going to explode. Let me make sure that it is going to be like that. And yeah, okay. And now I will go back in here. And yeah, okay, so I think that this is fine. Maybe one thing that what we can do is create a new layer. And on this layer I am going to type something with the text like, I don't know, happy birthday, something like this. And I can go ahead and create one more explosion. I will maybe scale this a little bit, and I will convert this to the symbol. So I'm going to click F8, and I'm going to make this to be a symbol 1. And I'm going to copy my particles one more time. So I'm going to right click and choose duplicate layers. And right now these particles I'm going to position them where I want. So I will click like so, and I will click this edit multiple keyframes. And I will have to, after clicking edit multiple keyframes, click it one more time. And I'm going to position it in here, like so, on this happy birthday. And I'm going to unclick this edit multiple frame. So we are going to have something like this, and then this happy birthday. And what I can do is I can go ahead and animate this. So I'm going to position the keyframe maybe in here like so. I will click F6, and I will go to this one, and maybe I'm just going to animate the transparency. So I'm going to put alpha to be 0, and I'm going to animate it like so. So we are going to have something like this. And maybe I'm going to first of all do the animation with the particles. So we are going to have the explosion, and then this happy birthday. So I'm going to hit Control Enter, and we are going to see what we are going to have. So we have something like this, like this, like this, and then we are going to have this happy birthday. Okay. So yeah, one thing that I can do is click anywhere, and I'm going to change the background color to maybe something like this. And yeah, if you are going to have some kind of frames in here which are going to be extended, for example, what I can do right now is do something like this and click F5. If you are going to have something like this, you can get rid of that, as I said, Shift F5 or right click and remove frames. And yeah, you can go ahead and play with this as you want. And right now I'm going to show you how you can stop this animation. So I'm going to create a new layer like so, but not in here. So I will go back, and I will click on this layer 13, the top layer. I will click like so, and I'm going to call this to be code, and I will right click, choose actions, and I'm going to basically type the very simple code, which is going to be this dot stop, then parentheses, parentheses and semicolon, like so, something like this. And I am going to position this little a. I'm going to have this little a, and I'm going to position it at at the end of the timeline like so. And if I'm going to hit Ctrl Enter, this means that this animation is going to play only once, and after one loop it is going to stop and it is not going to be animating. So we are going to stay with something like this. But what you can do is I'm going to provide you a link in the description for this one. And there is the code, there is this code, and there is the second, and I want to go with the second one. So I'm going to hit Ctrl C, and I will go to the Animate, and I am going to replace this code with that one, so actions, and I'm going to put this in there. And basically this number determines how many times the timeline is going to be looped. So if I'm going to choose number 2, for example, this will mean that it will loop 2 times and then it will stop. So yeah, and right now I'm going to show you how you can export this. So I will go to the place where I have saved this, and it is, I didn't save it so far, so I will go to I am going to hit Ctrl S, and I am going to save this. So I will go in here, and I am going to create a new folder, which is going to be Animate. And I will go inside of this Animate folder, and I can call this to be balloons explode or whatever, and I'm going to hit save. And right now if I go to this place, to this Animate, I'm going to have this Animate files. But if I'm going to hit Ctrl Enter, as soon as I hit Ctrl Enter to view this in the browser, this is going to automatically put me these JS, HTML and images. So I'm going to get rid of them because I don't want to have them like so. And I will go back to the Adobe Animate, and I will go to the File, Publish Settings, and I'm going to click on this folder, and I'm going to choose the location where I want to have this, and it is going to be in the Animate folder. And I'm going to create the new folder, which I'm going to call Index, and I will go inside, and I'm going to call this one to be Index, and I'm going to hit save. I have this in Spanish because I'm learning Spanish, but it doesn't matter. I will hit save, and I am going to hit OK, and I will hit File, and I will hit Publish. And right now if I go in here in the index, I'm going to have the free files like so. And if you want this to work in Google Ads, you will have to go to the File, Publish Settings, and to the HTML.js. In here we have Basic and HTML.js, and you would have to unclick these hosted libraries like so, and then Publish one more time, and this is going to give you one additional file, these libraries. And yeah, it's something that is important. And these images, this is going to give you some kind of PNG, something like this. And you can go to the File, Publish Settings, and you can go ahead and change this from texture, export image assets, to something else, but I prefer to have the texture. And yeah, so right now one thing which if you want this to work in Google Ads, you would have to go to this website. I'm going to provide the link in the description, and there is this little code that we need to put to our banner. So I'm going to copy this, and I will go to the place where I have my HTML file, and I am going to right click, and I'm going to choose open with brackets. Basically it is text editor. You can go with any text editor, Notepad, Sublime Text, Atom. They are all free to download, but I will go with this one. This is basically going to open me a code, and you have like this HTML, this head, this meta, and the second meta, and then you have the title. And between the meta and title, I am going to paste this, and basically I would have to change this width to my 800, and this height to my 800. But as I said, this 800 by 800 is not supported by Google Ads. So if we are going to have a banner which is 300 by 600, you will have to put it like so. And I will save this, and I will close this, and I am going to right now go in here, and I will right click on this index, and I'm going to choose send to, and I'm going to choose zip file. And this is going to give me a zip file, but right now my zip file is 175 kilobytes, which is too much because Google Ads only support the 150 kilobytes. So what I can do, I will delete this, and I can go back to this index, to these images, and I'm going to open one website which is tiny PNG. So I'm going to position it like so, tiny PNG. Like this, and I am going to put these images that I have in here, and this is going to make them smaller by 32 kilobytes, which is fine. And right now I can go ahead and download them. like so, maybe one by one, and I'm going to position this one in here like so. So I will go to this place, in here to this index and to these images, and I'm going to hit save, and I'm going to replace this, and I'm going to do the same thing for this one. So I'm going to hit save, and I am right now in the corner where in the place where I want to be, and I don't want to have it like so because I want to replace it. So I'm going to do it like this, and I'm going to hit save, and I'm going to replace it. And right now, if I go in here, I'm going to have both of them smaller. And if I go ahead and right click on the index and choose send to and zip file, right now this is going to be exactly 150 kilobytes. So this is going to be working in Google Ads. But if you are going to still have a problem with this one, there are this option to in the publish settings, in these images, to change this to maybe sprite sheet or image assets. And yeah. So yeah, this is it. This was all. I hope that you have learned something new. Let me know in the comments if you have watched until the end. And yeah, hit the like if you like this video. Maybe consider to subscribe. And maybe I will see you in some other tutorial. Take care. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.